We're going to get snow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's going to snow all the way till 4. Wow.
Does it snow there normally?
It never snows. So we don't know what we're going to do. But it's kind of like the virus that when people see the forecast and it says snow, they don't believe it. It's fake news. So it's starting at 3 a.m. It says snow 90%. And all the way, it's 80, 90, 100% snow all day. They don't believe it.
100% is not enough for some people?
No, it's fake news. Because they see the temperature is going to be 36. So they say if the temperature is 36, it can't snow. So they don't believe it.
That's the amazing thing about where you live. It's like, we don't believe in COVID. COVID's not a thing. Fake news, fake news. Oh my God, I have COVID. I'm sick. I was wrong. It's real. Everybody, it's real. Hey, is anyone listening? It's real. It's going to snow 100%. Fake news, fake news. Totally snowed in. Oh, it's real.
And that's how it goes because nobody believes it. And, I was waiting for work to say, hey, by the way, if it's going to snow tomorrow, don't bother to come in.
Right.
You don't need to be here. You can do it remotely from pretty much anywhere in the world. But no, they didn't say a word. They just said, have a good night. See you tomorrow. But it's going to start snowing at 3 a.m. I mean, it's not like I have to go to work to go on the air. It's not one of those jobs. I'm not a doctor. I don't need to be there.
So if it snows a lot, can't you just call in and say, hi, not coming?
No, they expect you to be there. But I guarantee if it starts snowing at 3 a.m., ain't nobody going to work tomorrow. And I'll be the only one showing up, and then nobody else came.
No, but won't an email go around saying like, oh, look, it really did snow. Stay home. Don't come in. I don't get it.
No, because if it starts at 3 a.m., which it looks like it's going to, so it's going to start at 3 a.m., and they're going to look outside at 7 or 6 and say it's not going to stick. So I still don't believe it.
Right.
It's white rain. I don't understand. It's not going to stick. Still go to work. Haven't
you acquired enough trust with your boss at this point? And haven't you worked hard enough and made them enough money for them to say, you know what? If Anthony calls and says he's not coming in, just let him stay home. It's okay.
Well, today I went to his office and he said, hey, by the way, you hit your budget for the month and it's the 7th. So I've already hit the budget that they set for me. And half of me goes, screw it. I'm taking the whole month off. And the other half for me is like, well, okay, I'll double it and make them look stupid for not giving me a higher budget. But I will still get shit if I call in and because of snow.
Just take a snow day. You've made enough money. No, you can't live like that. The problem with you is that you play by the rules and you work really hard. And people are like, ooh, look at him working so hard. It's the people that slack off that you've experienced this with me so many times. It's the people who don't do their jobs, who screw up left and right, that everybody else is like, got to give him another shot. So what? He screwed up. He lost us $1 million. It's only 1 million. Do you know what I mean? Like you're an A student. And people always expect a lot of you, that if you screw up in any way, they're like, what's wrong with Anthony? You got to start being more of a slacker.
I'll be on here tomorrow and I'll tell you, I was the only one there. I got snowed in and still nobody believes it. And there's 17 feet of snow out there. Nobody believes it.
But why does this happen to you that like nobody else will go to work? Okay. You'll go in and be the only person there. But in another scenario, everybody else goes in and you stay home and yet you get crap about it.
Hey, I'll get fired.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I've been fired too much lately to trust anything. I hate being fired. I hate taking the crap out of my office and carrying it to my car. I don't want to do that no more. So I'm going to play by the rules.
You quit your last couple of jobs. I call BS on that.
I did quit, but still, I hate being fired, quit, or walk out carrying my crap. I still hate that no matter what. So I'm going to play by the rules until there's no more business left.
You got to do what I do. You got to not bring anything in with you. In fact, I remember when I got my job at PLJ. Now, PLJ is a major New York radio station. Big, like one of the biggest stations, legendary station. It's no longer there. It's long gone at this point. But I was part of like the second to last crew. I had that attitude even there. I signed a huge contract, huge, like 3 years with a 2-year option. There's a television show attached to it. Big, big, big. If you went to my cubicle, you would think nobody worked there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally had, I didn't have a photograph of my boyfriend. I didn't have a photograph of my dog. I had a scan. I scanned 2 pictures. I scanned a picture of my dog and I scanned a picture of my boyfriend on like regular paper you would use in a printer paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I just tacked it up with thumbtacks. That way, the day my job was over, I just pulled him down and threw him in the trash and grabbed my headphones and walked out the door. I brought nothing with me.
And that's what I was going to do with this job. I wasn't going to bring anything with me except for maybe a pencil and a stack of paper. That was the only thing. But they gave me a big office, and I'm going to look stupid if I don't bring stuff to put in the office. I got to put a refrigerator in there. I haven't done that much, but I have a couple of things in there that will take me probably 3 or 4 trips to carry the crap to my car.
Okay, my last radio job, they gave me an office, like a full office. Not only was I never in there, I would come into the radio station and I would go straight to my studio and set up in front of my microphone. The only thing I brought with me was my headphone. I didn't even bring a scan photograph of my boyfriend and my dog. I brought nothing personal at all. The only thing I had with me was a container of almond butter that the producer held for me in his locker because I wouldn't even accept my own locker. I didn't use my office. I didn't accept a locker. I just showed up and sat down in my chair where my microphone was. I did my job. And then anything I brought in with me that day, I took with me at the end of the day and brought all the way home. Some days I would like come from somewhere else. I'd have tons of stuff with me. Instead of leaving it there, I would bring like a little mini suitcase with wheels on it and I would roll it on home, even though I knew I was coming back the very next day. So I no longer bring anything with me except my headphones to any radio station, any job from here on in.
Yeah, and that was my problem with the one job I had in Charlotte. I had not one office, I had 2. So it took me 2 days to clean all my crap out of both of those offices. And
you'd been there like 20 years.
Right. I was there 12 years. And
there you go.
And 6 years in one office, 6 years in both. And I packed them full of crap. And I thought I learned my lesson then, but I don't, because I looked around today when I turned on my lights and went, I have a lot of crap in here. Why do I do this?
I remember one of my bosses came over to my cubicle. He's like, wait, is this your cubicle? I said, yeah. He goes, you've been here 3 years. This is your cubicle? I was like, yeah. He's like, the only thing that's here is the computer that the cubicle came with. I said, no, come over here. See, there's a photo scan of my dog and a photo scan of my boyfriend. So I have something here.
Yeah.
He's like, you literally have nothing else here? And he started opening the drawers. He's like, wow, there's nothing. It's a highlighter. I was like, yeah, that highlighter was here when I got here.
You can keep that. So
I didn't even open the drawer. I was like, oh, there's a highlighter in there? Okay. Like I leave nothing personal anymore because I always have the idea that I can get fired at any minute and I don't want to have a bunch of stuff to take home with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that way my next job. I'm not gonna bring anything. But this one, I had a big office and it's gonna look like crap if I go in and bring a scan of my dog.
Even if my next job is like a 10-year contract, you know what I mean, where they give me my own office,
right,
my own car, my own everything, I'm not even going to bring like, I don't know, like what do you bring to an office?
Yodas.
Okay, I wouldn't even bring a Yoda if I were you. Like I'm going to bring nothing.
I've been in radio too long to know that you can be fired for no reason.
No reason.
No reason. You could be number 1 tomorrow and the next day be canned for no reason. They'll make crap up just to fire you. Or you'll walk in and they'll flip the format. There'll be nothing of your doing. It's just a flip the format.
I remember one station I was at a million years ago. it was an alternative station. And I left before they flipped the format, but people were like, how come you left? Why didn't you stay? But they flipped the format to Spanish. And I was like, yeah, I'm not funny in Spanish.
I know no Spanish. So
I know like 4 words. It's not funny.
So I turned the radio on when I was driving to work and I heard Spanish and I just turned around because I knew that I wasn't going to have a job.
Exactly. Every day you just you tune in the station. Is it still playing the music that was playing yesterday? Good. I'm employed.